From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Good evening, everyone. We're seeing some really nice conditions right now. We're seeing temperatures into the 70s, 77 degrees in Lansing and Grand Ledge, 79 degrees in Jackson, 80 degrees down into Hillsdale. Satellite radar is showing some showers, not showers, some cloudiness moving in. We'll see those showers eventually throughout the work week, but for today and for the rest of the day, we'll see mostly sunny skies, some clouds working their way in, and temperatures remaining mild overnight. All the full details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
As Israel and Iran continue their launched attacks against each other, local activists worry about the outcome. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel Ramsey. Since Friday, the tension between Israel and Iran has been rising and the attacks continue. That intensity is being felt here in mid-Michigan. Taryn Simmons spoke to an activist who says they're praying for the safety of the people overseas. Taryn?
Rachel, the attacks began 2 days ago with Israel launching strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, which Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says are a threat to Israel. Iran quickly retaliated back, launching missiles at Israel. The activist I spoke to today says he worries for his family living in Israel. Recent MSU graduate and Jewish activist Matthew Zivian has been a long supporter of Israel and says he's been to the country multiple times. He says there has been conflict between Israel and Iran for years, with things getting even worse in 2023. And now the tensions have boiled over. President Trump has been urging Iran to agree to new restrictions regarding the country's nuclear program. Negotiations were supposed to happen today, but were canceled. Zivian says Iran has been negotiating in bad faith. On day 3 of this conflict, hundreds are already reported dead. The MSU graduate says a few of his relatives were killed in Gaza, and he worries about the safety of his other relatives and civilians getting caught in this crossfire.
Couldn't wait any longer. Otherwise, Iran was going to drop, nuclear bombs on them. I worry for everybody's safety. Fortunately, Israel has, top of the line, state of the art aerial defense systems that should limit the amount of missiles that are landing in Israel. Obviously, some have hit, and that is a tragedy. There are casualties right now in Israel, and that is absolutely something to mourn.
President Trump has stated that the U.S. was not involved in Israel's initial strikes against Iran. Officials confirmed that the U.S. did help Israel intercept missiles from Iran's counterattack. Supporters of Iran say there's no international legal validation for Israel's attack on Iran and disagree with the country's choice to strike Iran. Stick with us at 6 News at 11 p.m. We'll hear more from a Michigan Iranian and pro-Palestinian activist who says she fears for the future. Rachel, back to you.
Thank you, Taryn. And as the attacks by Israel on Iran are expanding, Deborah Pata is in Jordan with the latest.
This is the moment Iran struck Tel Aviv in a series of retaliatory strikes early Saturday. The conflict between the longtime foes has escalated dramatically and is now heading into its 3rd night. As waves of Iranian missiles rain down, some made it through Israel's air defense systems, smashing into homes, injuring dozens and killing at least 3 Israelis. But that toll was dwarfed by the damage Israel inflicted on Iran. Iran says more than 60 people and nearly 30 children have died. And Israel says it has killed 9 Iranian scientists and has targeted oil, gas and nuclear facilities in a bid to cripple the country's nuclear capacity. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he is not done yet. We will hit every site and every target of the Ayatollah's regime, Netanyahu said. What they have felt so far is nothing compared to what's coming. This is the largest and longest exchange of military strikes between the two rivals ever.
Prime Minister Netanyahu today went further, hinting at regime change, telling the people of Iran that these strikes clear a path for them to unite and stand up for freedom. Deborah Pata, CBS News, Amman.
There will be continued coverage on this conflict, so stay tuned on air and online at WLNS.com. A man died this morning following a collision with a semi-truck. It happened just before noon on I-96 at the M52 overpass. The Ingham County Sheriff's Office says the man, who has not yet been identified, walked into one of the westbound lanes and was hit by the semi. The driver of the semi was uninjured, and an investigation into the situation continues. The Sheriff's Office asks anyone with information that could help to please contact them. And a new invasive tick species has been confirmed in Michigan. The Asian longhorned tick was found in Berrien County, and the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is urging residents to be cautious. Native to East Asia, this kind of tick has spread to 21 states since it was first found in New Jersey in 2017. While the Asian longhorned tick does not give you Lyme disease, it can carry other serious illnesses like Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Heartland virus, and more. Officials say they are most concerned about livestock and say you should take precautions when spending time outdoors with your animals, including checking your animals for ticks regularly, using preventative tick treatments, and removing any attached ticks quickly, making sure you remove all of the tick, as any traces can cause infection. And the Michigan Gaming Control Board is increasing its efforts to combat illegal online gambling. In a continued crackdown, the board has issued cease and desist orders to 5 offshore online casinos operating without a Michigan license. These casinos are the Beau Vegas Casino, BUSR, Cherry Gold Casino, Lucky Legends, and Wager Attack Casino. These sites offer a range of gambling services, including slot, poker, blackjack, and sports betting. The operators have been given 14 days to cease operations or face further legal action. The Gaming Control Board emphasizes the importance of consumer protection and urges people to make sure their online gambling is conducted through licensed platforms. Nationwide protests erupted yesterday as millions took to the streets under the No Kings banner, voicing opposition to the Trump administration. Organizers, including the 50-51 movement, criticized yesterday's Army Birthday Parade, and while many protests remained peaceful, incidents of violence occurred in cities like San Francisco and the state of Virginia, where vehicles struck demonstrators and tear gas was deployed. The No Kings protests also spread internationally, with solidarity demonstrations held in countries like Germany, France, and the United Kingdom. People in Detroit are asking for lawmakers to stop cooperating with ICE altogether.
Meaning no city cooperation with ICE, no DPD or Detroit Police Department cooperation with ICE, because they shouldn't be here and they shouldn't be helped by, our police agencies.
As the nation fights for change, Detroit is asking for more control within Michigan's government to stand up against the Trump administration. There will be continued coverage on these protests, so stay tuned on air and online at WLNS.com.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, we're going to continue to see some very nice weather in the forecast, but if you're not a fan of the heat and humidity, this upcoming work week will be one of the ones that you're probably not going to be a fan of. But if you're really looking forward to some summer-like weather, that is going to be in the forecast. Take a look at our picks on 6 for today. This is a bumblebee on a musk thistle in Onondaga, sent in by Linda Lindsley. So we're seeing a lot of flowers still in bloom, so you're probably going to see a lot more bumblebees just like this one out and about. If you want your picture featured every night at 6 p.m. during our 6 p.m. show, send it into WLNS.com/share and your picture could be featured on our show. Like I mentioned, our muggy meter is going to be up and down throughout the upcoming work week. We're seeing that as we head into Monday. Those conditions are going to be right around the 65-degree point, which is going to make it a little bit sticky as we head into the day tomorrow, and we're still going to see that throughout the rest of the work week. On top of that, our temperatures are going to be into the 80s, so that's going to make it feel even more like summer with that heat and humidity combining. Yes, Thursday we do cool down just a little bit, but still seeing rather warm temperatures in the forecast. Because we have that heat and humidity, we're probably going to see some showers and even the chance for some thunderstorms as well. In fact, we're going to see that most likely on Wednesday into Wednesday night, so just be aware of that as we head into the next couple of days. Today was a beautiful day, though. We see those beautiful blue skies, just a little bit of some hazy conditions from wildfire smoke and some clouds working their way in. Temperatures got into the upper 70s, around 78 degrees into the capital, 77 degrees right now. Even down into Grand Ledge, we're still seeing just a little bit of some clouds trying to work in and some little bit of some smoke, 81 or 80 degrees with 79-degree temperature right now. Jackson, you're looking at mostly clear skies, still seeing that hazy conditions and some clouds trying to work in, 79 degrees. Down into Hillsdale, our last stop on our Skyview network, 81-degree temperatures today, 80 degrees right now, and we're going to continue to see these clouds working their way in. So tonight we're going to see the chance for those cloudy skies, and then eventually we'll see another dry day in the forecast for tomorrow as this high pressure system continues to move to the east. Because of that, we're going to have warmer weather moving in on the back side of this, and then as the system moves out, that's when we have the chance for those thunderstorms in the forecast. Let's take a look at this now. As we head into Monday, yes, we do start the day with just a little bit of some clouds, but then as we head into Tuesday, we do see maybe a hit or miss shower here or there. Then as we head into Wednesday, a cold front moves through, and depending on whether or not all the ingredients are there, that you could see some stronger storms that could be possibly severe. But for tonight, we'll see those temperatures back into the 50s, around 59 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Monday, we're going to continue our warming trend with partly cloudy skies, temperatures into the 80s, and as we head into the end of the week or almost the end of June, we're going to continue to see temperatures into the 80s, possibly even the 90s heading into next week, and you can really see that on our 6-day forecast with temperatures into the 80s as we head into the next couple of days. Again, keeping an eye on Wednesday and Wednesday night for the chance for some stronger storms. Just keep an eye on the forecast over the next couple of days for more information.
That 88 I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kelsey.